This is a quick walk around video for a beautiful car. This is a Lexus GS 450 SE. It's a 60 plate, as you can see, with just over 60,000 miles on the clock. I'll do the exact mileage in a second. Finished in this lovely grey metallic. It looks absolutely grand. The car's in really nice condition. Go around the car for you. Front of the car, lenses are clear and intact. Bumpers generally very clean. Likewise, bottom of the car, very nice. Only you got to find the odd minor stone chip on there, but it's going to be minor indeed. Near side of the car, very smooth in the panel work. Come on down. Sorry, I don't normally do my videos here, but unfortunately I'm having to currently because they're doing a lot of work where we are, so it's even noisier than it is here. Come around the back of the car, again very clean and tidy. For a car that's 12 years old, it is really crisp. Offside of the car, again very nice and smooth in the panel work. I mean, there will be, as I always point out, there'll always be the odd minor little blemish on the car, but they are minor indeed. But in all honesty, for a 12-year-old car, it's an absolutely beautiful condition. Coming to the back of the car now, you've got this oak and beige interior, which looks absolutely beautiful in the car. Let's come into the front. Passenger side, again, all in really nice condition. Finally coming in on the driver's door card, which again is very clean and tidy. And then driver's seat again, just shows the usual sort of cracking which you get with leather of this age. It's completely in keeping with this age. So finally inside, what a beautiful interior it is. It looks absolutely stunning. See sat nav working exactly as it should. Pop the car into reverse. That lovely clear gridded parking camera, all working exactly as intended. But it is very nice in here. And up to the main dash binnacle, and you can see 62,732 miles, and there are no warning lights on the dashboard at all. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut key, all here present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Lexus GS 450 SE. This particular car is registered BT60LXY and with a mileage of just 62,724 recorded. The reason for all of our videos, and especially this road test section, is to ensure that if anyone's online looking at any of our cars, they get to see the car that we're advertising actually in operation. The reason we feel it's important is just because, like so many people, we've been to see cars which have looked really good in photographs and description, only to get them drive it and find out it's got a fundamental issue which much rather known about before setting off. So that's why we do it. Also done on these very quiet country roads in this beautiful part of Gloucestershire. The reason we do it, this actually forms part of the road test route we take our customers on, or test drive route. Hopefully then it'll be representative of what you'd feel yourself should you be offered a test drive in the car. So coming to the car, I mean, these are fabulous cars. I have to possibly or try to rein in my enthusiasm for them. I've owned a few of these over the years. Notwithstanding that, I will do the usual things I do in all my videos, go through the mechanical bits one by one as much as I possibly can. Starting with the engine and hybrid system. Obviously push button, power button there. It sort of whirs silently into life. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car. Temperature gauge running just under half, which is exactly where it's meant to be on one of these cars, and it's been running for quite some time now. Basically, engine and hybrid combined, you've got 320 or 330 horsepower, whatever it is. It's a quick car. It's a quick car, but it is so smooth and refined. It really is an astonishing power unit, as it's sort of affectionately called these days. They are, as Lexus now refer to them, as self-charging hybrids. So basically, you've got a relatively small battery in the back which provides extra power for the engine, and helps with economy, but it doesn't run out as such. You run low on fuel, you put fuel in, you just drive it and own it as any normal car, and that's the beauty of it. So there's no kind of range anxiety. The only anxiety you've got is having to top up the fuel from time to time and 2 minutes at the pump. So, and that's it. Aside from that, I can't think of many cars, if any, that are as smooth, as silent, as seamless in their power delivery as this. I mean, they are astonishing. It's all but silent, but when you do press the throttle hard, you're greeted with a lovely muted V6 sound. It's just gorgeous and so pleasing on the ear. But the interaction between the hybrid and, when it sometimes runs on electric only, it's almost imperceptible. It's incredible, the engineering that's in these things. But if you're in the mood, put your foot down, it picks up and goes so quickly. It really is an effortless car. Match the gearbox, which works beautifully in the car. It's just the whole feeling is of there's no great. Basically, best way to describe it, particularly at low speed, where big cars like this can feel quite clumsy and clunky. Some of its competitors, in and out of first, second gear, stop-start traffic. That's where these excel. They just pamper you. They're effortless and smooth in the way they do it, but brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and there's no issues with any of the mechanical stuff in that sense. Steering, tracks dead straight, no vibration at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit, and again, very nice power steering system. It's this is not a sports car, it's not meant to be, and it's a car that gets you can travel big distances very quickly if you really want to. And the steering helps with that. It's beautifully weighted, it's very accurate, it's precise, it's fluid, it makes the car feel very solid, secure, and your confidence inspiring on the road. And it works, and it's tuned to the chassis perfectly. If it was overly aggressive, too quick, it'd feel nervous. If it was too slow, it'd feel ponderous, and they've got it pretty much bang on. And the same goes with the suspension, because I love the LS's. The old LS 430 is one of the great cars in my opinion. So smooth, ridiculously slow. But when you put it through the corners, it feels what it is, a very big floaty car. This doesn't. This is very, very smooth indeed, almost as smooth. But when you go through the corners, it responds. You don't get a huge body roll. It's very, very, very well set up car, because for most of the time most people will be driving just want comfort, and it gives you that in spades, but when you do push on, it responds very well indeed. Also, as I'm driving along this particularly horrible bit of road, which this rides amazingly by the way, no rattles, no clonks, nothing from underneath the car, so all very, very good indeed. Brakes in the car, by the way, absolutely fantastic. They bite beautifully. There's no kind of pulsing or vibration coming back to the brake pedal at all, so all very solid and secure there. And worth pointing out that the car is going to be going for an independent MOT, so these things are going to be checked as a matter of course anyway. Finally, to come inside the car, I'm now doing dead on 60 miles an hour. Just so quiet, so muted, so comfortable. It's you can see why they just eat motorway miles, absolutely eat it. And it's a lovely interior. You've got the oak and beige, the whole colour combination works beautifully in the car. You're in something that's better built than virtually anything else out there. Their build quality is sensational in these cars, but it's just a lovely place to sit. You feel it's quite special really for its era. Again, like lots of the Lexus and Japanese cars of their time, not really appreciated, and yet you jump in probably a BMW Mercedes of the same age and they can feel quite old by comparison to these now. Maybe it's a trick of the mind, I don't know, but it really does. It's in really nice condition in here as well, but a really nice dash layout, very simple to operate, especially by modern standards, which are hopelessly overly complicated by in my opinion. Sat nav working perfectly, heated seats work perfectly, air conditioning blows out ice cold air. What videos can't do, never can, is every button you're going to press has a quality of actuation that you get from, you know, if you think of a really high quality hi-fi where the manufacturers give you that, you know, satisfying click action, damped feel, that's pretty much every switch in the car. It's just beautifully done. Dash in front, simply labelled, again by modern standards. It's just so simple and so refreshing. You just get in the car, you can drive it and concentrate on driving and enjoying the, you know, the countryside. Steering wheel pretty much looks and feels as new in hand, all the functions working exactly as they should. I mean, it really is a glorious car in every single way, and I know I'm biased, I know it. I said at the start of the video, I love these things, I completely get them. They're not for everybody, and I think that's good. I think, you know, it will be pretty boring if we all like the same things, but I think this is just a particularly special car for its era. It really is, and it's just a lovely car to drive and drives faultlessly. I cannot fault it in any way.